Hey dudes, welcome to Splat from the Past, the only 80s themed horror and sci-fi show where things can get totally radical. Ho ho ho, Merry Christmas everybody. It's Christmas Eve, and today I'm having my good friend from the Bay Area, Lauren Liuzzi, back on, and we're just going to talk about Christmas, talk about what's going on in our lives, and stuff like that, and I can't wait. It's the last show before Christmas. And then I'll be doing another show the next day. And I can't wait. It's going to be fucking awesome. And I can't wait to have Lauren back on. She's my awesome friend. So, here is my new interview with Lauren Liuzzi.
Hello, how are you?
What's up, Lauren? Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Just having a very mellow holiday so far. How's your holidays been?
All right, so far. My mom's at my godparents'. She's going to pick me up after we're done and stuff and go over there. I don't really want to go, but I'm going.
Oh wait, so they're in Reading also, or?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why we moved up here, because they were up here and stuff. I didn't want to come, but we had to, but I'm gonna go over there after we're done and stuff. I'm just not looking forward to it. Same ample conversations about my podcast and just stupid crap. They're very conservative.
Well, they don't support it, or?
They don't support anything I do, really, because they're naive and they don't know anything about it and stuff. And it's just, they're rich, they're snobby.
Well, yeah, I guess, yeah, when you have a different lifestyle, you just don't understand how other people live. Which, I guess in a way is understandable.
Yeah, it drives me crazy, though. This year has been such a clusterfuck, but it's finally ending on a good note.
Oh, are you able to get to LA soon, or?
Well, kind of. My mom's friend came and stayed with us for a while. He said he was going to give us his RV trailer for us to live out there for a while, and I don't know if we're going to get it. He had a friend who was borrowing it for a while his house was being remodeled, and I hope we get it. I do, because it's so expensive to live out there, and I just want to go and see if I can get anything done. So I got that going on. My brother's in rehab finally, and he's doing good.
Oh, that's great.
He's there till
really
May.
Good.
Yeah, he's seeing a lot of abuse of authority over there, and he's scared, but he's going to get through it. He'll be out of there end of May. Hopefully I'll be in LA by then. And then my mom had a procedure done yesterday on her neck, and that went good. I'm getting so many fucking good podcast guests and shit. I was worried for a while. This year, I was having trouble getting people and shit. Not as many as I got in 2018, but I'm starting to get good people again. And I had my blood work results last week. My blood sugar is about 3 notches above diabetes, pre-diabetes.
Ooh.
And so I got to stop sugar. I'm just dangerously overweight, and I got to get all that done. But everything else is fine, And so next year, looks like everything's going to be hopeful.
Well, at least there's only just one trigger, and I know sugar is not easy to give up, but, just instead of doing soda, just do tonic water, or just try to avoid, breads and pastas as much as you can.
I drink bubbly.
So yeah, that's a good start, because when I quit soda, that's actually how I transitioned. It's just doing tonic water, and that's actually what I still do. Like I still crave it once in a while. Like when I eat certain things, like if I eat pizza or Chinese food, like I'll crave soda. But other than that, like I actually don't really crave it anymore. But I think it's just because I'm used to pairing it with those two things, so my brain automatically, reminds myself about the soda.
Yeah, I can't stand tonic water, so I'll just drink the bubbly. So, yeah, no, I'll do what I did in 2006, just walk a lot and eat greens I'll be good. But I had a really good trip to the Bay Area a couple weeks ago.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What did you end up doing?
I just met up with friends. I didn't see any haters of mine. So many people left the Bay Area, you know? It's really depressing.
Oh, no, it's really true. It's like, yeah, everybody's either, most people are just like you are in North Bay now.
North Bay, Washington, Oregon, Las Vegas, Texas, all the cheap areas.
Yeah.
You know? No one has balls anymore to like stand up to the councils and say, fucking, put the economy, at ease and like, let us have our little town, instead of changing it. It's like no one doesn't want to be a protester no more.
It's funny. I don't know if you've been at Hillsdale Mall lately, but it's like very hoity-toity now. Like, nothing, like there's not even like a Burger King in there anymore. Like, nothing's like cost-effective. It's all very, very expensive stores. Like, they got like Lululemon and like that kind of stuff. I was very shocked. Like, I felt like I was like in like Palo Alto or Atherton.
Oh, I thought it was getting hoity-toity 15 years ago. Slowly but surely. Yeah, no, we didn't get to go by there. I saw it from the outside and stuff. I thought it looked really nice. I thought it looked really nice.
I mean, it did look nice, but it was just hard for me to adjust to. Like, I was kind of like in culture shock,
Yeah. Well, at least they got a movie theater there now. They didn't have one for a long time.
Yeah, they've been needing one for a while.
I know they should have put one in there right after Fashion Island closed.
I mean, I think that was the plan. I think it just took a while for the city just to okay it.
Yeah. Oh my God, I miss Fashion Island Mall. I got my first finger bang in there.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, at Tilt, the arcade. Yeah, that was 19.
Yeah, I don't even remember when that closed down.
That was 1995. It closed down in September. August was around the time that happened, and it was dead. The mall was dead at that point. Like, no one was in Tilt by that point. It was really, really sad. And
oh man,
I love that mall. I mean, God, we had an ice skating rink. We had Round Table next door. We had a great little movie theater where I saw so many great movies there. God, it's just sad that it went away. It became Bridgepoint. And by the time Bridgepoint was finished, my mom and my grandmother, my brother and I, we almost moved into the first batch of Bridgepoint apartments. And the first night we moved in, we just got a creepy vibe from the apartment. It was like the place was haunted. And so we left that first day and we got our old apartment back. And thank God we got it back quickly because we would have been really screwed. It was really creepy, that place.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's not good.
That was during my sophomore year, towards the end of the year. And so we moved back in, and we were there until August, and then we found a better apartment. We were there until my grandmother died in February of 2002, about 7 months after I graduated high school. And that was a great apartment. I heard it's skyrocket now in pricing.
Oh, I'm sure it has.
Yeah. Oh my God, the neighbor. Oh God, I forget her name. She was so cool. She was so cool. I used to hang out with her. She was like in her like 30s and stuff. She was hella cool. And yeah, I missed those days. That was like the last era of fun in the Bay Area in the early to late 2000s. It was great, and then just since then it's just been shit.
Man, I'm sorry to hear that. That's rough. I mean, the only thing that could happen is it could get better from after that,
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds like the upcoming years could be a good year for you.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a movie screening in LA together. I'm trying to get a hold of the copyright holders to put on a movie screening and do a GoFundMe and shit. But a lot of these people, they want money up front. They don't want money, from a crowdfunding and shit. So it's really hard, but I'll get it done somehow. And I'll act in that movie that I got offered back in April, and I'll eventually make my horror movie that I wrote. and stuff. But I'm really looking forward to 2020 and all the good stuff, because this was just a fucked up year, really fucked up. You know, and I miss our Christmases going to the movies. You know,
Yeah, that was fun.
that was fun. Yeah, I miss doing that and painting your toes and rubbing your feet for you and all that stuff. But I got nobody over here. You know, my best friend Rudy, he drives all the way from the Bay Area all the way to here. You know, every couple of months. he texted me last night asking me if he could come, and I said, sure, you can. And then he texted me this morning saying he's got a cold now. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, actually, 2 Christmases ago, I had a cold the day of Christmas, and that was actually a bummer. And then I had to go work for the post office the very next day, like still with the cold. You know.
You were working for the post office?
Oh yeah, it's a rough job. Very, very physical. I was working like 10-hour days, 6 days a week, and since I was contract for hire, like I never knew. I would only have 1 day off a week, and I never knew when that 1 day off would be. So it's really hard to have a personal life, like do appointments with that job. I mean, honestly, if I wasn't already going to school and already knew what my personal goals were, I actually would have stayed with the post office, because if you don't have an education and you just need a place that'll support you and have you go career, it's actually a pretty good job to have. But since I already know what I want to do for a living, it just didn't work out, because it did get in the way of me being successful at school and just having just a normal, work-life balance.
Yeah, me, my dad, and my youngest uncle, they're all the only ones in the family who never worked for the post office, but everybody did on my dad's side of the family. My grandfather did, and all my uncles, they all did. My aunt, they all worked for the post office for years and years. And I don't know, I think I applied to work for the post office when I was homeless in 2014, but I never even got an interview. And I mentioned the fact that I came from a family of postal workers, but I never got it. And yeah, I mean, I can imagine during the holidays it's a really hard job, because you're just dealing with person after person, package after package, and letters and all this crap. It's a really tough job and stuff. What city were you in?
Oh, I was actually, I lucked out and ended up getting a position in San Mateo.
Okay, the San Mateo location was where they all worked at back in the day. We had a PO box during those couple of years in San Carlos, and they're a very good post office. I remember I had to deal with the Redwood City post office a couple times. That is not a good location. Oh my God. It is just so dingy and grungy looking inside. They haven't painted the walls in years. Oh my God. It was really gross, that post office.
Oh, I still haven't been to that post office, even though I used to work in Redwood City for many years. Yeah, I got lucky and just, I ended up getting San Mateo, which was pretty convenient for me, because I was having car problems at the time. And I even emphasized with them that I was having car problems. I think that's why I looked out and got a convenient location.
Yeah, well, I hope it's cleaned up now. But at that time in 2014, oh God, it was gross. It was really gross there. And everyone who worked there barely spoke English. But at the San Carlos location, everyone spoke English. But yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, I think it just varies from location to location. Yeah, like what type of service you get.
Mm-hmm. I had, God, that Christmas was a really bad time, I have to say. Because I was staying in that group home in Redwood City. I had just gotten there in July, and my mom came to get me on Christmas morning. We went to go see A Night at the Museum 3, which was Robin Williams' last movie. And after the movie was over, she had to take me home because she had to go back across the bridge and stuff. to do some stuff for work that she had just gotten that job a month before. And I just cried all day because I wish that we were together under the same roof. And then one of my friends from high school messaged me, and he was like, "Hey, let's go get a beer." And then he's fucking mooching beer off me, and I only have $10 to my name, right? He buys me the first beer, and fucking he gulps it down in one sip, and I just took my first sip of it, and he's like, "You got the next round?" And I was like, "Fuck." So then I got him his next beer, then he gulped it down and said, "Okay, how about the next one?" And then I just fucking gulped mine down and said, "Goodbye." So
No.
I went to the liquor store close to my house, and I was able to get two 24-ounce beers with my last $5. And I went home, and I watched the movie Reanimator, and I thought to myself, God, wouldn't it be great to know Barbara Crampton? She lives in San Francisco. I was like, it would be great to know her. And then I thought, that's never going to happen. I'm going to be dead soon. A month later, I had my accident. And then 2 years and 2 weeks, 2 weeks before, to the day of me saying that, I'm hanging out with her at the Alamo Draft House and going to her movie premiere.
Oh, wow.
That was
pretty cool.
That was fucking weird, yeah. Then a month later, you came over and we watched her in Chopping Mall. It was a weird coincidence. That was Christmas Day in 2014, and God, I'm just glad I lived through that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It was a weird thing and stuff. Been watching Christmas movies all month.
I mean, I'll probably do like a Harry Potter marathon.
Oh God.
I've actually been watching too many Christmas movies yet.
Yeah, I've had lots of Christmas movie guests on all month and shit. I was worried that I wasn't going to, but then I did, and I thank God that I did, because last year I had a lot of Christmas movie guests. The year before that, I couldn't get anybody from Christmas movies on, not a peep. And this year, not only was I able to get people from heartwarming Christmas movies, I was able to get a lot of people from horror Christmas movies too, and I hadn't before. And
which ones were they? Which horror Christmas movies?
Silent Night, Deadly Night 1 and 2, Christmas Evil, and then fucking earlier today I heard back from someone from this Christmas slasher movie I love. Not many people know it. It's called To All a Good Night from 1980, and I said, okay, we can maybe do one before the new year happens, or we can just wait till next year. We'll see. And I was supposed to interview the little bully from A Christmas Story, and he was rescheduling on me all month long and stuff.
Oh.
So, I don't know, we may have to wait next year. He's like in the middle of moving and tending the family and stuff, which I understand. But, yeah.
I mean, at least you have the chance, so that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I was doing a podcast with a horror fan I know the other day talking about Christmas horror movies and just how there's an oversaturation of them. It's gotten to the point now where there's so many of them, and they're just like borrowing from each other. There's nothing new in them anymore. I want to see a Christmas slasher movie where someone gets raped under the mistletoe.
Yeah, I mean, that would be kind of original, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, it's really dark, it's really disturbing, but that would be original, And there'd be like, just weird shit like that. And I tried to get somebody on from Gremlins because it's the 35th anniversary and stuff. I've had one person on before who's actually coming on right after New Year's and stuff, but I tried to get other people from the movie on there and I couldn't, especially the editor. Her email address was public on her website, and I don't know why she didn't answer me, but oh well. There's always next year. I tried to get the girl who did the voice of Lucy in the Charlie Brown Christmas special, Tracy Shaw. She's a librarian in Oregon, and she didn't want to do the podcast because she did one a couple of years ago, and she got into a lot of trouble with her school, which I cannot understand because I listened to that one, and it was very family-friendly, very appropriate, very good. I don't know how she got in trouble for it. So, I don't understand that. And the funny thing is, she was the only child actor in that cast who was based in Los Angeles. Everybody there was based in San Mateo because Charles Schultz lived in the Bay Area.
Oh, I didn't know that about him. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I found that out too. I did not know that. I thought that was so cool. Yeah, he got kids from Burlingame, San Mateo, Hayward in that thing. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's something that I actually never knew.
Mm-hmm. But how's work going?
Well, actually, it's going pretty well. I mean, they're helping me balance out with school, which is pretty nice. So I'll be able to keep that going because it's kind of hard when you're trying to do school to find a job that will support, that ambition.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's going very well.
Was it really busy this month?
Well, the job I work at is very seasonal, so it's more like a spring and summer job. So once the winter comes around, it does get kind of slow.
Mm-hmm. Are you trying to get out of the Bay?
I mean, I might, but I mean, as long as I'm in school, I'm gonna stay around until I'm finished with school.
Mm-hmm. And where would you go?
I'm not too sure yet. I mean, I'm still just thinking about it. I don't have like a set game plan yet on what or where I would go to. I like California a lot because of the beaches and the trees, and there's not many coastal places that have that same privilege.
Yeah. I just want to get to LA and just do my thing out there. I'm ready for new surroundings. Just people here are just weird. They're just very standoffish here, and I still don't know the names of any of my neighbors. It's a weird thing.
Well, yes, I mean times have changed. People are more self-involved these days. It's not really about community anymore, and it's not necessarily a bad thing, but I mean it's just kind of a hard adjustment.
I know. When do you think that started? Because I have a theory it started with 9/11.
I think once technology started booming is what started that, to be quite honest, because no one needs to ask for directions anymore because they could just plug in, the location in their phone. And when you're waiting in the waiting room at the doctor's office, you don't need to, have basic conversations to pass the time by. You just read articles on your phone. Mm-hmm. I think once cell phones started improving in their technology, I think that's when that transition started.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I think that, after 9/11, people just couldn't trust other people anymore. They had to just be standoffish, and they're constantly paranoid that someone's going to kill them, I can remember in 2004, my mom and I, we just moved into our apartment, the one that you used to come to in San Carlos, and
yeah,
there was an Arabic neighbor that we had upstairs. And I remember mom was in the front room with the TV. It was blasting, and he was knocking on the door, angry at her, right? And my mom, she gave him a piece of her mind. She was pissed, and I was paranoid that they were going to drop a bomb on us, right? Just because they were Arab, right, at that time, and mom was all, "Bring it on, bitch." She said that to me. She said he can do it if he wants. Bring it on, bitch. And I'm like, Mom, the reality is it could actually happen. And Mom said, the reality is bring it on, bitch.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it was that bad. I had that same mentality a lot of people had at that time. I don't anymore, You know, I pretty much have my mom's attitude now. Bring it on, bitch, if you want to, try something. But at that time, I was that paranoid.
Yeah, I don't think everybody's like that. I mean, just, those people just had, a certain vision and went through with it, unfortunately, and now it's given a bad name for, everyone part of that culture.
Yeah, I mean, we had a neighbor. She was like a 40-something-year-old Mexican woman. She was horny, and I was 21 and I just wasn't ready at that time. I was overweight. My self-esteem wasn't great. She wanted to get it on with me, but I didn't want to. And her son was like 2 years younger than me, and he wanted to be buddies with me, and I wasn't ready yet. I had that same mentality everyone had at that point in time. But for me personally, I just wasn't ready yet. And then by '06, I was ready. You know, After I had my weight loss and everything, and I started doing stand up, then I was ready to be more social. And I learned something too. I spent way too long away from being social with people to know how people truly operate in the real world as opposed to high school. You know, I learned that there are people in the real world who act like they're still in high school by being nice to your face and talking shit behind your back.
Yeah, I guess people aren't too confrontational anymore. I'm not too sure what that's about.
Well, people have always been backstabbing in that regard, but yeah, I think a lot of people are just not confrontational anymore either. I don't know where that stems from. I have no idea. And this whole thing with Trump getting elected and this whole PC woke culture has made it much more worse. I think people are getting canceled, quote unquote canceled just because they have a different opinion than somebody else. And it's like it wasn't like that 10, 20 years ago. It was okay to have an opinion that was different, but now it's not anymore.
Well, I wouldn't say that necessarily. I think people are actually more outspoken. It's just more outspoken through media instead of direct.
Yeah. Well, they look at the person's social media and they see that they have a lot of popularity, a lot of high numbers. They're going to go after that person to try to make all those followers disappear.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. It gets hard for the person to get hired for a while, but it doesn't work. Though they actually makes them more popular than they were.
Yeah. I guess you could say that. That makes sense.
It's a weird, crazy balance. It reminds me of when we were working at Michael's. There was so many people there that were like standoffish of me. Even more so after I left. You know, People who I thought were cool that was nice to me there, like Lisa, and God, so many other people. They just after I left, they just weren't nice to me anymore. Because I was different. It feels like.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not too sure what happened. With those situations or circumstances.
Yeah. You never heard anything, did you?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
But I'm one of those people. I'm the last to know, about news like that. So I'm probably not the best resource.
Yeah. Yeah. Just craziness and stuff. Did you get any Christmas gifts?
Well, actually, did a Secret Santa with my work, and one of my the person that was my Secret Santa knew that I was into tea, so I ended up getting about I guess maybe 2 months worth of tea, which is kind of nice because it was different varieties I normally wouldn't pick, so I'll be able to have a chance to try those out and see if I like them. Plus, I was actually running low on tea anyway, so that was a nice surprise, and I actually wasn't expecting it, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I just bought myself a lot of movies on eBay. My mom got me a new VCR, because I love watching VHS movies. I have my DVD player, but I like to watch rare and hard to find movies on VHS, and so I got that, and I'm pretty happy about that. Um, I got I got some new clothes. We went to Walmart. Um, Saturday, it was my brother's birthday, and they had a 6-hour pass for him. And so we took him to Walmart. We took him to lunch at IHOP and spent some time with him there. And we got a bunch of stuff. We got my godparents presents, you know, just stuff like that. And it was pretty. It was pretty good, just to see my brother. He's all healthy now. He's eating 3 times a day. He's not super skinny. He doesn't look like a cancer patient anymore. God, he looked so bad during that half a year that he was drinking. Oh my God, I really thought he was gonna die. I really did.
Well, I'm just glad he got help when he did. That's great.
Yeah, because I thought he lost his mind forever. He was just terrible. He was saying things to me drunk that he used to tell me when we were kids, when he was sober. Mean, negative things he used to say to me when I was a kid. Just awful things that I never thought that he would ever say to me again after I came back from the accident. And he didn't until his wife fucked him over and he started drinking constantly and stuff, telling me that I'm a loser and that I'm delusional and telling me that I'm a creepy stalker and just like I have no future, all this shit. He told me this shit when I was a kid, and
Oh gosh.
he was telling me this drunk just 2 years ago when we were in L.A. for the convention that my friend couldn't make it to with me. It was just terrible, Lauren. It really was to hear my own brother in adulthood continue saying those things, and he was saying it this year. You know, it was just terrible, and I believe that when someone's drunk, they do say things that they really mean. They do. I don't care what anyone says. I believe when someone's drunk, they say things that they really mean. Whether it's, racism, homophobia, misogyny, anything, I really do think they really mean that.
I mean, he might have just been saying things that he couldn't communicate before and just came out, the wrong way.
Yeah, but to say I'm a loser, you mean that's part of it? You mean like that?
I think there was just struggles that he had with you, and he didn't know how to say it in an appropriate, way. So he, or in an objective way. So unfortunately, it came out like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just glad that he's getting help, and he told us about stuff that he's learned since he's been in there, and the big one. My brother has always been a guy who's lost a lot of friends because he gives unsolicited advice, because his advice sounds very judgmental, So he's learned not to give unsolicited advice to anybody. And I'm like, thank you, because that was one of his qualities I never liked about him.
Oh. Well, hopefully by him getting treatment, he'll be able to figure out, what those resentments are, and then try to work them out with you in a healthy way.
Yeah, my mom's not like that, really. I mean, she has given people unsolicited advice, but he gets that from her side, just the constant need to feel like, that they have value, which they do, but they don't see it, And I'm so glad I'm not like that. I am so glad. I don't give people advice unless they ask me for it, And just because I always figure this, the key word is subjective in every situation. Just because it's going one way doesn't mean that I can give you advice that's going to change that it works for me. It doesn't mean it's going to work for you.
Yeah.
I'm not that kind of a person. So I'm glad I didn't get that from my mother's side of the family, but my brother definitely did. I don't need constant validation anymore. I did before the accident, but I don't anymore. I really don't. I know what my value is. I know what I want to do with my life, and I'm going to work hard until I achieve that.
Well, I mean, that's good that you've gotten to a point where you know that you just got to work towards what you need, and you don't need others to validate that for you.
Exactly. I mean, it would be nice to hear good things every now and then, but it's not what I'm seeking. I just love what I'm doing. I'm getting close to 1,000 episodes. I hope by this time next year I'll have 1,000 episodes.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, it's every year going. I'm pretty sure that'll happen.
Yeah, I hope so too. But yeah, back to the Christmas gift thing. Oh my God! So like when I was drinking in 2012, 2013, I gave girlfriends of mine such inappropriate Christmas presents that I look back now and I cringe, and it's no wonder they don't talk to me anymore.
Well, at least I mean, it may have took some time, but at least you're able to realize now what you could have done differently.
Oh yeah, I gave one girl a glass dildo.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's too appropriate.
Yeah, I bought that at like that sex shop in Redwood City for like $20 or something. I got this one girl that I was fucking. I got her a box of disposable douche, and it came with a card that said, "Remember, a lot of the guys you date have this name as well."
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not nice.
Well, it's true. She dated a lot of douchebags, and she knew it too. Yeah. Oh my God. But it's funny. I had a guest give me the greatest compliment I could ever get. She said, "You're a creepy weirdo, but a harmless one."
Mm.
To me, that's the greatest compliment ever. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess that's good because it validates, a negative point, but turns it, into a positive one.
Yeah. Absolutely. Do you have your nails painted today?
Nah, I just haven't been having the time because doing school and work, like whenever I have extra time, I usually try to unwind. I mean, I like doing my nails, but I have to like sit still and wait, when I do that,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't do it in the wintertime anymore. I just don't have the time or the patience, and plus no one's gonna see it, so I just don't do it in the wintertime. I wait until the springtime. I'll definitely do it when I go out to LA in May.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, 'cause during the wintertime, you're always wearing socks. You're not wearing sandals or, anything like that. So
Yeah.
that does make sense.
Oh, I'm looking forward to going to Monsterpalooza next year. They're having a 40th anniversary of The Shining there, and 35th anniversary of Weird Science.
Oh, that's cool. I forgot that's your tradition every year. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, the last couple of years has been pretty good. I mean, I didn't get to go at all in 2018, but this year I got to go twice. Oh my God, it was so good. It was so good. Back in September when I went, oh my God, I did something really, really stupid. I booked the hotel on my debit card instead of my credit card. And so they took all my money off my card and then put it back. And then the whole weekend, the thing was fucking pending. And I was afraid to use my debit card again. And then when I got back, I went online and saw that money was still in there. The money was put back, all of it. And then I go to the bank and I withdraw a couple $100, and next thing you know, I'm overdrawn because they took the money out while I was at the bank.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, so I had to go back and put money in to cover that thing, and I was pissed. I'm like, I'm never doing that again. And I found out that that's what they do with debit cards. They don't do that with credit cards, but they do it with debit.
No, that doesn't make sense. I thought with credit they would take the deposit on the credit. But yeah, I don't know why it works out that way.
Yeah. Fucking idiots.
And plus, I thought hotels only accepted credit cards, so that's weird that they accepted your debit card in the first place.
Exactly. It was really stupid. But I had the best breakfast I've ever had in my life. They had a breakfast buffet in the cafe for $25, all you can eat. Oh, these big old sausages, the stick-cut bacon. They had bagels, croissants, fresh fruit, country potatoes, everything. It was so damn good. I had it 2 days in a row. It was worth all the money I spent for it.
That is pretty awesome, because that'll last you all day, too.
Yeah. A half a day at least. But,
oh, yeah. That's true.
It was pretty good, though. I would go back again just to... I wouldn't stay at that hotel again, but I would definitely go back just to have breakfast that morning.
Yeah, that is pretty nice. I mean, at least it's something to remember.
Yeah.
No reason to go back, just like you said.
Yeah, if I go in September again, I'm definitely going to do that. Just go for the breakfast, and then as soon as the breakfast is over, go to the convention, and that'll be fun. That'll be fun. They have all these fast food places across the street. I was so pissed they got rid of their Taco Bell. It was there like 3 years. It was there 3 years ago when we went there, and it was gone now. But so they had Panda Express, McDonald's, and a couple other places. But I was really counting on that Taco Bell.
Yeah, I mean that is a pretty good place to go to. It's like one of the few fast food places that I could actually like not get tired of. It's like I had access to it.
Oh, I had it yesterday. I wanted the rolled tacos, but they took it off the menu after a short time. I'm like, damn it, those were grubbing. Those were good. Oh, those were yummy tacos.
Yeah, that sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah. So what are you gonna do tomorrow?
Tomorrow I'm actually probably going to go to a movie with a good friend of mine. I actually don't know what movie I'm going to go see yet, because I haven't even looked ahead to see what movies are out there yet.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna fool around with this friend?
Oh no.
No.
Yeah, I don't really got time for relationship right now, because the whole school thing kind of takes a good amount of my energy. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just want a career. I don't want to like date or fuck anybody right now. I just want a career. You know, what I do is it's like I talk dirty on my podcast, but like in public, it's just like I don't even think about sex like I used to anymore. I just want to have a career. That's all I want.
Well, it's good that you've gotten to a healthy point in your life where, that's no longer an obsession anymore, that you're able to let go of that.
Mm-hmm. And plus, I look back on all the situations I put myself in during those 5 or 6 years that I was fucking everybody I met pretty much, and I just can't believe I survived the things I got myself into, And it's like I need to take a long break from that, but I need to talk about it. On my podcast, write about it and stuff. I need to like turn it into something really good.
Well, at least you know now, yeah, that just as long as you talk about it, it won't, fester into, something negative.
Yeah. So I'll see what the future is going to hold in 2020. There's a Comic-Con in the East Bay in Concord. I submitted a panel idea. I want to teach people how to start a podcast in their bedroom with a phone, and I should be hearing back pretty soon if I got it approved. I sent it in about a month and a half ago, and the convention's in first week of February, so I should be hearing back from them soon. I hope I got it, because I can get myself on film. People can see it. They can see what I can do, and then that'll lead to me, hosting panels with the celebrities at conventions and stuff.
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, yeah, I would definitely go for it. And I'm sure you'll get the slot. I mean, I don't see why not, because everybody's dependent on technology now to, you know, get the word out, and that's related to technology. So that'd be a good experience for you, and also the people that would take the course.
It's that, and it's political too at the same time. Oh my God. I am convinced there's an Illuminati going on in the convention scene. That everyone is in a cult. That the whole convention scene is a cult now, and like everyone's under contract to be nice to certain people who have huge followings and be an absolute jerk to people who don't have a big following. Because this year I had a lot of bad experiences meeting people at conventions for that very reason and stuff. I feel like now that I'm starting to build up a cult following with my podcast, they're treating me like, oh, you may be doing good with this podcast, but you have a long way to go before you're in the top ranks with us. You know, until that happens, you know, don't get a big head. That's why I feel like I'm being treated.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I'm convinced I'm being treated that way.
Well, I don't think it's that per se. I think it's just with any business, it's who you know, and once you get to know those right people, then you'll get to move ahead a little bit faster.
It's that, and there's just lots of crazy stuff going on. You know, conventions used to be, back in the day, it used to be all about the fans, and now it's all about the money that people can make from it. It's a corporate juggernaut. You know, and it also used to be a job fair for people who was trying to get into the industry, you know, and just now it's just like, and I get it, you know, the internet has spawned a lot of liars and wannabes and people who aren't what they say they are and stuff. But also too, people in the industry have gotten lazy, and like they don't even want to, like, you know, check the internet and check the person's following to find out if they're legit or not. They're just, you know, politely saying this and that, and then just never, you know, coming through and, you know, following up with the people that they meet, you know, that they've never heard of, you know, and it's really unfortunate.
Well, I think it's just because everybody's, you know, busy achieving their own goals. They don't realize, you know,
Yeah.
by not following up with people, it's not helping those people.
I have a guest coming on next week for the third time. She was actually my first guest of the year. Now she's going to be my last guest of the year. Talk about.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, she's going to talk. She's a horror movie actress in New York, and she does conventions out there. And she's gotten to know people who are huge in horror and stuff in the convention scene. I want to ask her about my claims that I'm telling you right now, and see if anything is on target. And she's a very open person who will say anything. She doesn't give a fuck. She'll say anything, you know.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
Good to have that perspective.
Yeah, and we're gonna talk about taboo stuff as well, and I can't wait. It's gonna be fun.
Well, yeah, it does sound like fun, because then you'll be able to get that creative flow out there.
Mm-hmm. So I got a couple jokes for you.
Oh, okay.
Everybody remembers the old nursery rhyme. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many kids she didn't know what to do. What did her right leg say to her left leg?
What did her left leg have to say to her right leg?
Nothing. They'd never met.
Oh, gosh. That's pretty bad.
You know the difference between a golf ball and a G-spot?
Nope.
It takes a man 20 minutes to find the golf ball.
Oh, gosh. Oh, that's pretty bad.
Yeah. Well, it's true in some cases. I mean, not with me. It takes me 3 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's why I was so good at it when I was 12, you know, and I did it for the first time because I watched porn starting from when I was 10. You know, I mean, my parents didn't know about it, but that's when I started. You know, when my mom, you know, she worked for the cable company for many, many years, and when we first got cable, there was a porn network called Spice, and she, you know, got to a point where she realized, oh, I gotta put this channel on lock so Tommy doesn't see it, you know. But before she did that, I saw it, you know. Yeah. So that was what happened.
Yeah.
What happened? You seem like you're in a weird mood today.
Oh, I'm just tired. Just a very long day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I probably should have made this appointment earlier because I'm more awake like earlier during the day, but I didn't know how long I was going to be, out and about today. So.
Okay, I was just nervous. I was like, God, I hope Lauren's not going woke on me.
Oh, I don't know. It's just I'm not. Yeah, my brain's usually not like as awake.
Yeah.
During this time of day, I should have done this like around 1 or 2, but I thought it was going to be pretty busy, still around that time of day. So.
Well, if you had messaged me, I would have done it.
Yeah, well, I already made the commitment, so I didn't want to like.
Yeah. Oh, I would. No, yeah. No. I mean, I wouldn't. I would have been upset. I would have been like, "Oh, great," and then maybe, my mom wouldn't be messaging me like, "Oh, is it? Are you done yet? Are you done yet? Has it happened yet?" She did that earlier before I called you.
She was doing that today.
Yeah, she was just like making sure, if the interview happened or not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that she's just like me and like is more functional, around that time of day.
Yeah. She left at like 1 o'clock, 1:30, somewhere around there.
Well, I mean, hopefully she's okay now.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna text her that I'm ready to be picked up and stuff. So.
All right, so I'll let you get going on your Christmas celebration, and I hope you have a Merry Christmas. And I actually miss our Christmases together, so hopefully this Christmas will be a good one for you, and also the New Year. It sounds like it's going to be a really good one too.
Absolutely, and you know what, Lauren, if you ever need to get away for a few days, you're always welcome to come out here. We got plenty of room.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, always.
Very nice to hear.
Yeah. And I got a lot of my movies back. I still got a huge collection of movies, so that hasn't changed.
Yeah, I mean, whenever I watch Zoolander now, I think of you. That's actually the first time I ever saw Zoolander.
Me and Rudy, we actually talked about that movie last time he was here at Thanksgiving. I was like, I gotta find that movie. I have it somewhere. All right, Lauren, you have yourself a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll talk again soon.
Alrighty, I love you.
I love you too.
Alrighty, bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Well, there you have it. Lauren Liuzzi. Ain't she a sweetheart? She's my bestie. I love her so much. Thank you so much, Lauren. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and talk to you soon. I also wanted to say happy birthday to frequent guest and friend Stephanie Hodge, the funniest lady in the world. Love her dearly. Happy birthday, Steph. If you like this video, everyone, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Add me as a friend on Facebook. Join my Tommy Kovac comedian page on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram and all that fun stuff. Well, that's all the time we have this week on Splat from the Past. Until next time, this is Tommy Throwback Kovac saying, there's no shame in living in the past, because the present sucks. Later, dudes.